Hello, I'm ABXToyCat and welcome back to the video. So I've been playing a lot of No Man's Sky recently. It's a pretty fun game about space exploration, and one of the things that I see people point out a lot in streams, even though I think it's a bit off target, is that, oh, this is kind of like Minecraft and that you have an infinite world you can kind of shape and explore. And again, I think that analogy is so off target, but it does get me curious. What is the exact, a comparison of the size of a Minecraft world versus the size of No Man's Sky? So I got curious, I did the math, and today I figured I would share the results of this because it's just a little bit mind-blowing. So hopefully you do all enjoy this video, comparing the No Man's Sky universe to the Minecraft world. If you do all enjoy the video, like and let me know because it helps out the channel and lets know you do like this sort of video. But with that said, let's get straight into it. So the often quoted stat for, how many worlds there is in No Man's Sky is 18 quintillion, and when you say it like that, it's just kind of an incomprehensible number. So 18 quintillion, put that in perspective, is 2 to the power of 64, so you multiply 2 by itself 64 times, which again, doesn't even sound too big when you say it like that, but if you look at it as like a physical number like this, or like, a number written out like that, it looks pretty insane. And to put that in more perspective, so imagine like 18 million, you multiply that by 1,000, you get 18 billion, you multiply that by 1,000 again, you get 18 trillion, you multiply that by another 1,000, this thing that's already a million times bigger, and you get a quadrillion, and then you multiply that by another 1,000, and that's how you get 18 quintillion planets. You can go for a whole bunch of calculations, like, oh, if you discover a planet every second, that takes 585 billion years, but then again, it's just so incomprehensible that it doesn't really make too much sense. However, something I think everyone has a rough kind of handle on is a Minecraft world, because for most people it is essentially infinite, and realistically, if you wanted to reach the edge, it takes months of walking, or even if you're trying at the really fastest pace doing lots of crazy stuff, it's still going to take you like literally days to get from the center of the world to the edge, and that's at, maximum speed and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, a Minecraft world is essentially infinite, but how big is one of those? So in case you're not familiar with the calculations, a Minecraft world goes for 60 million blocks by 60 million blocks. It's 30 million in any direction of the spawn, so 60 million from one edge to the other, which means that a Minecraft world is actually 3.6 quadrillion blocks just on the X and Z scale, which is pretty big by itself. But then you got to consider that it goes up, down on the Y scale some, and if you assume that a regular Minecraft world goes for about 70 blocks up and down, that's the average height generation. That means you're talking 252 quadrillion blocks. And if you want to assume that the possible spaces rather than just the naturally generating ones, 256 blocks, which is how far up and down it goes. That's 921 quadrillion. So that's how many individual blocks there is in the Minecraft world, which is so many. Like again, 921 quadrillion is so hard to comprehend. But then put this in perspective to the number of planets in No Man's Sky. So in No Man's Sky, like it's been stated that there's 2 to the power of 64 planets. If you work out 2 to the power of 64, it's 18 quintillion, the number we went over earlier. This means that there is more than 20 times as many planets in No Man's Sky than there is possible block formations in Minecraft. Again, this world that feels infinite just by scale, let alone the actual blocks themselves, which are only a meter wide themselves, there is less than 20 times as many of these than there is planets in this game. So yeah, again, that's still kind of like okay, so there's a planet for every Minecraft block, except there's 20 planets for every Minecraft block. Think about your little Minecraft house that's just like dirt and stuff. That has several hundred planets if you're doing an equivalent size of a Minecraft world to the No Man's Sky, possible universe. However, the thing that gets crazier than this is when you consider the area of each planet. So we have no official data on what the actual size is it's intended to be in game. We don't know what the scale is and stuff, but what we can work out is the average size of it. So I looked into it, and the average size of a planet in the universe that we know so far, based on our observation, is somewhere around the size of Jupiter. Jupiter is one of the bigger planets in our little solar system, but apparently it's the average size of a planet in the world. So if we in the universe, I'd say. So if you take this average size planet Jupiter, and you work out the surface area of it, which is a really complex calculation, which Google will do for you, which is apparently 4 pi r. If you just 4 pi r squared, I should say. If you take this calculation and work out the surface area of these spheres, you can work out the average surface area of a planet in No Man's Sky if it is going for just a rough average planet size, which again, it looks like it is, and when you go around a planet, you can see these are giant things which go on for essentially ever. So yeah, with that said, if you take the average size of a planet in the universe, which is Jupiter, and you plug it into this formula, what you get is 256 billion kilometers, which is just it's a big number. The surface area of planet is going to be massive, of course, but when you put this in perspective as being almost the size of a Minecraft world for just any single planet in No Man's Sky, when Minecraft already has one of the biggest worlds in gaming, then you start to get really insane, because then you're like, okay, then, well, if every planet is, roughly like a tenth of the size of a Minecraft world, somewhere in that region, how many, if we take every single world in the No Man's Sky universe, we take it by that, surface area in meters, and we decide to to work out how much surface area there is in No Man's Sky combined versus Minecraft's world. So that's where this number just gets beyond the realm of me even being able to understand what's going on, because if you multiply 2 to the 64 planets by the amount of surface area on an average planet, assuming it uses the real world as a measurement, then you get 4 decillion, which again, there's like 30 digits in this number, and it starting to get to the point where it just hurts to look at. But yeah, you get 4 decillion separate, 4 decillion meter squared worth of gameplay area, potentially anyway, although a lot of that will be looping, which is the same for Minecraft's to be fair, but although a lot of that will loop, it is just something that's absolutely insane, and I hope you did all enjoy this Mathcraft video where we came across the whole thing. So yeah, No Man's Sky is a massive universe, no matter what you want to fault it on. I guess one of the few things you can't say is that it has a small world, and again, given that Minecraft already had one of the bigger worlds in gaming, like either the second or the third biggest or something like that, you've got to consider that this is just the biggest game of all time by a considerable stretch, if you want to measure it that way, and that's not even including the fact that, you can argue you can travel between the space between planets, so there's a lot of area there. Again, just crazy world sizes. Hopefully you'll enjoy this video talking about it all. If you did all enjoy this, like the video and let me know, share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe and you want to see like maths and Minecraft stuff, then you can see them daily on your homepage. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!